Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros Kids, live from the Civic Center in Columbus, Georgia, for the American Championship. American Indoor Football.
American Bowl.
Is it the bowl?
He just said it like 12 seconds ago.
No, I didn't. I don't think he said it 12 seconds ago.
It was about 12 seconds.
Why not championship? It sounds championship.
Bowl.
It
does say championship on the banner for the Columbus Lions.
It does say championship up there. To be fair, we're live here on the field, hours away from kickoff. Brandon Eichart.
You got
Still
it.
not right.
There it is.
He's better than he's been.
Eichard.
Is it?
With a D, motherfucker.
Change it.
Yeah,
we
go
got to
ahead.
go something sexy. You own the league.
Yeah, go on over to the courthouse and get your name legally changed because this asshole can't pronounce it correctly.
I would, dude. Whenever I see something too confusing, I'm like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? What is it? What is Eichart?
Eichard?
Yeah. What is it?
Oddly enough, it's like a city that's not even far from where I actually live, believe it or not.
Eichart?
Yeah.
Eichart.
Eichard.
Okay, great. What city is that? What state? What are we looking
North Carolina.
at? North Carolina. No shit.
So I think what he was getting at is what country is it from, so we know whether or not to hate you.
Yeah, dude, we're
I think
getting
it's
real
originally.
close here.
I think it's originally from German.
German?
yeah,
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
German.
Well, I mean, I like it. I like it now. Now that it's German, at least. Yeah. Thank you for having us. Hard AF Seltzer is on the ball here today. One of the sponsors of
The American
Bowl tonight.
American
yeah.
Bowl.
I like
But it is our
championship
championship game.
It
so
is. It's the championship tonight.
Yes.
If I just say bowl, then it seems like, we're at the Meineke Car Care Bowl in fucking Mobile, Alabama. Let's add some fucking excitement to it, some razzle-dazzle, some pizzazz. It's the championship tonight. People are getting fucking pregnant in the stadium.
That is true. I've heard that.
That's all Columbus is.
Yeah.
We've had a good evening and a half here of riding around this beautiful city. My God, it's gorgeous this time of year.
it's hot as hell too.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's hot.
It
But
sucks.
you're Texas though. I guess you guys are used
Yeah,
to this.
but if you look right out the gate there, those are Georgia pines,
Sure.
and that's chicken fried, right?
Yeah, cold beer on a Friday night. I saw Jason Aldean when I was in this small town earlier today, having a pecan pie. I also saw a Confederate flag today, which I haven't seen in a while. I liked it.
It's heritage, not hate. That's what they say down there.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Well, you grew up here. You know what it is.
I did, but I haven't been out to Columbus that many times. And when I'm looking around the stadium, it's crazy because it's actually a beautiful stadium. I was surprised.
Well, they've been playing. Columbus has been an organization for 17 years, so they know what they're doing in the indoor world. I mean, they've been around for a long time. They have quite a few championships. I mean, you're talking about those up there, and they added another one last year. They were in a previous league last year before they joined this league, and they added a championship there. So they're going for 5 tonight.
Okay, so this is their 5th title. I asked you outside before we came in, can I bet on this on mybookie.com? Promo code DRINKITBROS doubles that first deposit up to $2,000. You said no. Why?
Not yet. The betting process is really bad. I mean, it's hard to get in. So you've got to have validity in the leagues. They've got to do all these things, and Vegas then has to vet your league to say that you're valuable, that there's no funny business going on. That you don't come in and give a couple guys a couple hard AFs in the back and change the attitude of the game so you can bet against it.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
mean, that's not going to stop me from gambling.
I'm not gonna. It's not gonna stop me from gambling. Put that mic a little closer. To yourself. There you go. But looking at it, we've been able to bet on the weirdest shit on the planet. Like we're betting on the debates.
We bet on the birth of his child.
Yes.
I said no child.
And
but
then the baby
came out. Yeah,
baby came out.
I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. But I'm surprised because we've bet on presidential debates. We've bet on cricket. We've bet on Lost. I mean, dead serious. Like there's characters in Walking Dead who are going to die.
Yeah, whale fights.
You name it. They have it. So I'm surprised this. Is there some shady shit going on in the background that we don't know about?
Not that I'm aware of, but hey, your connections, maybe you can get them in touch with us and we can set it up.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I think we just need to bring an old school bookmaker in here.
Oh, let's do it.
Fucking Vinny.
Yeah. Just somebody burned out who's been smoking Reds. Hey. I'll give you 80 to 1 odds on Columbus tonight,
Just walking
chewing
around,
on a cigar.
walking around waving his papers.
Yeah, one of those clear visors.
Like a fucking Korean dude.
God, I'd love it. I would fucking love it.
Like a Korean dude at a street fight, just waving papers around.
But tonight, dude, we're doing the coin toss. We're throwing drinks on the players' heads after they win the the bowl tonight.
I think we're supposed to take him out of the cans first.
Are we?
Yeah, we're not. He's not whipping cans at people's heads.
Okay, I was unaware. I was told it was something else.
Well, don't whip cans at people's heads.
I'll try not to.
Yeah.
I'll try not to. Now I know John Bon Jovi was an owner in Arena League football.
Yes, he owned Philly's soul back in the day.
He did back in the
Yes.
day. Tried to get the Buffalo Bills. With you, are you trying to grow this league? Or are you trying to own a bigger league eventually one day?
No, the league that we're in, it actually was founded 2006 by John Morris and Mike Meek. So it's been around for a long time, and they have taken a hiatus. So they took a hiatus for a couple years off, brought it back this year. You know, I did have some help from the previous owner, John Morris. He's done a great job in making sure that we've got to where we are. So the goal for the league is, you know, we started this year great. We've ended with 4 teams at the end of the year. So we have, 5 teams playing at the end of the year, 4 eligible for playoffs.
Okay.
We ended up with 2 obviously in the championship. So going into next year, we're looking to build. I mean, obviously, we want to grow the teams, grow the league, and grow the visibility of everything going around it. The goal is to make it so it's sustainable. You know, it's fun, fast entertainment for families. I mean, you'll see tonight, there's going to be a bunch of people with their kids hanging out, you know, not just your listeners, but a bunch of other people here hanging out, having a good time. It's a great thing for families to get out and do. You know, it's a different world. It's super fast-paced. Everyone's involved, and it's just an exciting time. I mean, the ability and the access to the players, that's crazy too. So after the game, they'll be able to come down, meet the guys. NFL game, you're not walking down and meeting somebody. You know, so even your guys with the Tampa Bay team, you guys, they're not walking down the field afterwards and shaking all their hands and meeting them. This is a league that's for the fans. We want the fans to be involved, to have a good time and enjoy themselves.
And how much do the players get paid to do
So we have a salary cap league.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different things. Some leagues are wide open, but we believe in a salary cap league to make it fiscally responsible for the teams. So our salary cap for the season is $5,200. Game.
Okay.
But it's $5,200 basically for the game. And it averages out, if you did every player, even across the board, about $250 a player, which I know everyone's thinking that's not a lot of money, but a lot of these guys do it because they love it and they're trying to get the next level. You know, and they do have the option for getting win bonuses and things like that. So there are other opportunities there to do that within the organization. So it's not one of those things where you're looking, you know, the old AFL, the old AFL was
man.
thousands and thousands of dollars a
you're
game.
getting your fucking head kicked in out here tonight for $250. So you've got to love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know they love it. They probably just love. I mean, for those of you who haven't watched Arena League football before, and you can see it in the background, this padded wall around the edge, that's in play, right? Like they're going to go over that, and we're going to be sitting right behind one of these things, so we might get up close and personal.
I might get a helmet to the chest tonight.
Yeah,
I think
you might kiss a dude.
Would it be weird if we kissed? Like one of the players, if I kiss one of the players, is that going to be weird tonight? Or
I mean, culturally right now that's pretty okay, right?
I think it's fine.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how it shakes out in Columbus, Georgia, obviously.
I don't know, but if you're close enough, Dan, we just kind of give him a little shove if a player comes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah,
I'll give a little kiss tonight when somebody pops into the stands.
we'll try to make it work.
But $250 is nuts. Who's the biggest success story that's come out of here?
Oh goodness. Well, we've had a couple players this year that have moved up. So I mean, we've had
Go to the NFL?
No. So you have guys that are moving up to higher leagues. We're not the top tier of the leagues, and I will never claim to be that. So one of the leagues that's been around forever is the IFL. So it's the Indoor Football League. So we would prefer to move guys up to that league the best we can. So we've had guys that have left. We have a team in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. They've had guys move up to the IFL. Here in Columbus, Demasio Ewing, which was great receiver. I mean, a very good athlete. He's moved up. He's playing in the IFL. So there's guys that are getting moved up consistently. We did have a couple guys out of our Amarillo team who did sign contracts for camp with NFL teams.
Okay.
So that did happen. And we've had guys from Corpus Christi that are moving up to these teams. So the guys are moving up, which is the goal of this league. You know, we understand where we fit in the culture of the world.
Yeah.
And we want to provide that platform for those guys to get to where they want to be. And that's what we're here for. And we're doing that currently.
Well, whenever I talk to people about creating a business, no matter what it is, or a film or a book or anything creatively across the board, and I look at this as honestly a creative activity, because it is. It's 50 yards. You're indoor. You can bash people into the goddamn pads. How big are these field goals? I mean, those look like pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is creative and it is fun, and obviously, the rules are different and all that other stuff. But if you can find a niche, exploit it, there will be an audience for it. There will be a fan base for it. It's just trying to get it out to everybody. So with you personally, you knew what it was. You're the owner of the league. Are the 5 teams in these 5 different cities strategic, or have they been there for 15 years like Columbus?
So in the cities we're in, there have been teams previously in most of those. So Amarillo, there was a team in Amarillo for years. They played multiple leagues. They went dormant. A new ownership group took that team over, and they came into the league. So they have a very good history as the Amarillo Venom.
Okay.
Corpus Christi, there's been multiple teams down the Corpus Christi area, which they're in our championship. The Corpus Christi Tritons come in under an ownership group that had been in a previous league. So they have experience in the game. And that city has had teams. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania has the Harrisburg Stampede. They were there previously 2013, 14, 15. It was actually at one point, current owner is Justin Coble. Their owner after him was actually Marcus Colston.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so
From
he actually
the Saints.
Yep,
New
he
Orleans
took
Saints.
over from Justin. So we've had people like that, obviously, own teams in the league. And then you've got the Cedar Rapids River Kings were in the league this year.
Okay.
They were previously in another league, the IFL that I spoke about. They played in those leagues previously. So they're teams that have been around. It's not new market teams, a lot of them. And then Columbus, obviously, Columbus has been here 17 years. So Columbus is Columbus. So
Well,
they've
even in the
been
liquor
around.
store today, when we were going to buy some hard AF, the woman behind the counter was like, "Oh, you guys going to the championship
Absolutely.
game tonight?" She called it the championship, by the way. Again, look into it. I would highly recommend it. Just kind of workshop it around with everybody else. But
Absolutely.
she said, "Oh, hey, you guys going to the championship game tonight?" So she was stoked about it. Clearly, the locals are stoked about it here. I'm from Georgia. I don't come to Columbus that much, and I didn't know this was here. But if I was here, in a small town like this would be the fucking night out of the week. Like, this would be a blast. This is someplace you could take your kids, because the rest of this town, no offense, it's pretty slow.
Well, it's a military town, so it's going to be bars and strip clubs, right? Let's be real. Fort Benning's here,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
there's a certain type of crowd that military bases attract, and it typically isn't family friendly. Let's be real.
Is it? I mean, there is a strip club that seems like it's.
I'll tell you, my
Very,
interactions
very
are a
friendly.
lot of within the thing with this arena and this team. So for me, I've not done a lot of the other things in the area. I come in for the team and to work with them and be here for them if they need me as much as I can. They have a solid ownership group, so they don't need me a lot. But to help with that and do the league stuff. As far as other things in the community, I will be 100% honest. Say I know they do a lot for the community.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a lot of different organizations they give back to and things that they do. I mean, I know they will give tickets out just to organizations. Say, hey, just bring them.
Yeah,
Just have a
come.
good time.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
have
I
a
mean,
good time.
it can be difficult in any city to find family shit to do, to be honest.
Well, I know. Just made me think of things they do. You may not have seen it, and I'll find the clip and share.
By the way, not to cut you off, but especially indoor shit in the middle of the goddamn summer
Yes.
in
Yeah.
South Georgia.
Because this feels
it's hot as fuck.
amazing
Yeah,
in
it's
here
nice
right
in
now.
here, but it's hot as fuck out there.
It feels so.
I
It
could
feels
see
about
the heat.
68 in here. Outside when we walked in,
It's like 90 something.
God damn.
And you can't
dude.
take like your 3 kids out and let them boil in 99-degree weather for 3 hours.
No, I mean that's
it's not
slave
gonna
heat
happen.
out there.
Yeah,
That's intense.
That's not gonna work for me.
Me neither. Why a Friday night?
So within the arena world, we have to work with other schedules. So just because we want to have a game, we can't tell the arena, hey, we're going to have a game this night. So Columbus shares this arena with many other things, and they have to.
Well,
go
what else is here? I see.
So they've got an
the
ice hockey
Columbus
team.
River Dragons.
Yes.
Is that the ice hockey
Yep.
team?
So
FPHL.
Yep. So to start the season, they have to schedule their games out around those things. Also, graduations. If they have a graduation, they'll use this. So those
Gotcha,
kind of
gotcha.
things. So
Okay.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they had a graduation last night. So they couldn't even get anything
Like
set up.
Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye
Possibly.
played. Yeah,
Possibly. in his black suit, full black suit.
yeah. Mask on, everything. Yeah.
But so they have to schedule around those things. Ideally, you would like to set a date. And the only way you do something like that is if we say, hey, we want to have it on a Saturday, we have to pick a neutral site. Well, is that really fair to the team that spent all year, Columbus, who is undefeated, in the league, to have that game be at a neutral site where they travel away from their fans, away from all the advantage they've earned all year to do that? So we'll work with them. They'll ask for certain dates that could possibly be available for a championship game. We'll lay the dates out, and then they get the dates around that, and then we have to kind of go with that schedule.
Gotcha.
Friday night's a good night for. I feel like for family stuff though, because Saturday, depending on the time of year, there's going to be sports league stuff going on. Your kids got soccer or baseball or football or whatever, right?
Yeah, and during the summer, I mean, Friday nights is usually wrestling. A lot of these arenas hold wrestling, arena league football, ice hockey, things like that for these minor league teams. How big is this stadium, and how many people will be here tonight?
I'm going to ask off camera for someone to say.
Sure.
Lee, how many people can fit in the stadium?
5,400. We already know that. Yeah.
And your expectation for tonight?
Sold out tonight.
Will be sold
so
out.
It'll be 5,400.
Yes.
Next question: what's the population of Columbus?
That's a great.
210,000 people. Okay, so that's that's a great turnout, man. And the stadium is beautiful. So if you do come here,
Yeah.
this is pretty incredible. Like, no lie.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I thought we were going to be in somebody's backyard and it was going to look like a Kimbo Slice video off YouTube.
Mapped onto the population of Washington, that'd be a 25,000 person venue, basically,
Sure.
right? Which is pretty dope. I mean, that's good.
Yeah. And with you, are you looking to expand and go to more cities and expand the league?
Yeah, absolutely. We've already had teams that have shown interest. We do a vetting process to actually make sure that everything's proper. You know, we don't just want somebody to come in off the street and say, hey, I want to have a team. Let me put it here. So there's a vetting process that goes into it to verify all that stuff. And then as long as everything works and they go before the group to see if that works, we'll bring them in. So we're hoping, like I said, 5 teams now. We'd like to put 1, 2, 3 quality teams in the league, get to a 6, 7, 8 team league. But we don't want to do it so that there's a team, let's just say in California, because that's fiscally not responsible for our organizations.
Sure.
So we want to try and keep it so it's regionally based for those guys to stay within their budgets.
And I feel like you have to stay in small towns. I watch what The Rock is doing with the USFL. I know they merged with the XFL, I believe, and I believe that's their new name. Correct me if I'm wrong out there in the chat on YouTube. That's fine. But it failed. It wasn't great. And they did have to merge with the other league. They're trying to figure it out now. They're outdoors during the summer around the college football schedule and the NFL schedule. To me, that's not great. What we were talking about earlier, I don't know how you get people outside in this fucking weather.
San Antonio is one of the
Jesus
teams,
Christ.
right?
Yeah, dude.
And it's hot as fuck in San Antonio in the summertime. I mean, it's 100 degrees every day.
So do you look at what The Rock and those guys are doing and say, all right, I can learn from their mistakes of what they're doing now and try to replicate it in different cities of the success of this? Because I think sticking in these Jason Aldean small towns like this is probably the way to go, especially when you don't really have a lot here. I mean, we're going to fucking Houlihan's with the listeners tonight, for Christ's sakes, and that's probably the nicest restaurant here.
Learning from their mistakes is hard to say yes. And the reason would be is it's obviously, you put me beside The Rock, it's a little different as far as the backing and the things you're looking at.
And the size.
Yeah, I know he's small compared to me. Right?
Yeah.
He is, dude.
He's
I took your workout process and really put it to play.
Yeah, you look great after doing
You mean
what I've
walking
been
on a treadmill and then doing biceps?
Absolutely.
Look at that, dude. That's all you need.
But
Beach muscles, brother.
But I mean, something like that would be not logical as a business plan, in my opinion. So I would rather go to someone like the organizations that have been successful in these small towns and say, how do we make this work in small towns? What have you done? Help this person.
Have you asked Jason Aldean?
I haven't seen him yet.
Do have a contact with him. So
Yeah, maybe you should try that in a small town.
Yeah, you should try in a small town. No, in all sincerity, I had a meeting with a co-packer for Hard AF Seltzer, and they're doing his tea. So he's got a brand new tea out called T-Bird. I'll give it a shout out, and that's everywhere. But I think, look, if you get a booze company to sponsor it, you get a big celebrity owner, and let's, for the sake of this argument, say Jason Aldean. How much would it cost a guy like that to come in and start his own team in his own city?
Every city's going to be different just because of the factors that go into it. Obviously, you're going to look at the factors of your arena cost, because you can have an arena that really works with you for, let's say, a percentage of your sales or a low amount. And there may be some arenas who charge you astronomical amounts because of where you're at. So that's your major, biggest cost to start. Then you're going to have to look, honestly, are they starting from scratch? So if you're starting from scratch, you have to look at things you'll need. You'll need, obviously, the turf. You'll need the dasher pads, which is what we call them on the wall to protect the guys. You'll need the wall system. So, I mean, if you're starting from scratch, I mean, you're honestly looking, dependent upon your budget, that you'd want to have a budget of anywhere from $350,000 to $500,000. Now, would you need that? No, I'm not going to say you need that much money. However, the goal would be you would always want to have that liquid asset available to take care of anything that might arise that you're not thinking of. A lot of guys in this industry, and gals, if a female woman would like to start a team, in the industry.
You don't have to be politically correct on
Yeah,
our
we don't
show.
do that
I think
here.
you know
they
that.
shouldn't vote or drive, but whatever, man.
So, but if they wanted to do things, I want to make sure they understand that don't expect every arena to do what's about to happen here tonight and sell out at 5,400 people, because you can't guarantee that.
Sure.
If you're in a small town, let's be honest, and you're the first time in, you may not go to the first game, right? You're going to be like, what is this crap? I don't even want to waste my time with it.
Yeah.
So you're going to have bills that come in. So you've got to make sure you have a good community environment. You've got sponsors that work with you. You've got things of that nature to help raise the money and also have your own capital to understand, like, I'm not living off the community. I love owners, if I'm going to talk to them, who are in their community.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys ever were interested, I'd love you to put a team in. I know you can't put one in Dripping Springs, but in Austin.
But in Austin, yeah.
Because you're there. You're
Yep.
vetted in the community. You love the community. That's your, I don't know that you love the community, Dan, but that's your area. So that what makes it like you don't want to fail for your community.
Wilmington, North Carolina, for example, I think would be a great place.
Fayetteville had one.
What's that?
Fayetteville.
Oh, Fayetteville. Okay.
I know
well,
you're still like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
roughly.
yeah.
I mean, I get it.
It's a ways because they've got a minor league baseball team. Let's say with somebody like me, who was like, all right, great. I want to do this in Wilmington, North Carolina. I want to do it indoors. It's great because it's hot in the summers. This would be a fun event to take the kids and all that other stuff. So you're saying 350 to 500K ish, ish to start.
Yep.
And the reason I ask. This is a huge dream for a lot of people.
Correct.
To own any sporting franchise. I remember with Mark Cuban, for example. He had radio.com, ended up selling it, made, I think it was close to $1 billion, and then bought the Mavs, ran that team forever. It was his dream, won a championship, all that other stuff. On a lower scale, take a guy like Bill Murray. Now, Bill Murray, great actor, has made millions of dollars in his career. He cannot afford an NBA team or an NFL team. But he loves baseball, so he ended up buying the Charleston River Dogs.
Yeah, River Dogs.
Yeah, so he owns that minor league team, goes out to the games, goes out to the events, pops in with the fans. That's his dream.
Even Nolan Ryan owns the Round Rock Express. Or he did. I don't know if he
for
still
a while,
does
yeah.
or not. But yeah.
There was a guy from Desperate Housewives back in the day who, the TV show, the scripted one, by the way, James Dutton was his name, and or Denton. Same thing. He, diehard baseball player, bought a minor league team. But you always hear these stories, and then you ask yourself, what's the actual fucking cost of that? So if I'm doing 350 to 500K for a team in Wilmington,
Right.
how many home games is that?
You're going to get your ideal games.
Okay.
You get 5 home games.
5 home games?
And we want you to get 5 away games. That way someone else is getting theirs back to them, obviously.
And does the owner keep all the gates?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, that depends on your contract with your arena, obviously. Some arenas will do percentages. Sometimes if you're using Ticketmaster, there are fees. And so if you have a ticket cost, I'm going to go low numbers because I hate math, $10, you may not get $10. You may get $7.75 after. But anything that clears a gate, you would get back. The league's taking none of that.
Yeah, and by the way, you can get a better deal with drinkingbrostickets.com. Just saying.
Buying your own tickets on
Yeah.
there? Yeah, you sure can.
Yeah.
Maybe we set something up that drinkingbros.com's tickets thing is where we
Oh, drinkingbrostickets.com to sell these tickets?
Sell
Would be
tickets
great,
next year.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
What is an average price of
We
ticket?
charge like half the fee that everybody else does, basically. Although there's legislation coming about that soon, so I don't know how that's going to shake out.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully for
some
everybody,
president
yeah.
will cancel all of it. We
Yeah.
don't really give a shit. But the aftermarket will still be the aftermarket. There's nothing you can do about that. What's the price of a ticket to get in for tonight's game, for example?
Each arena will have their tickets based on their areas. So there's different levels in most arenas. So they'll range anywhere roughly from, let's say, a general admission at some arenas maybe $10, and some may go up as high as $45. So it depends on where you're sitting in the arena. VIP tables and sections. So like in this arena, I'm going to turn to the point where you guys are going to be tonight. Those areas, those are special sections sold to those individuals, companies, sponsors, things of that nature. Those are your higher priced. I mean, those could go as much as, I don't know, let's say $600 a game maybe. But you're getting 4 or 5 tickets, some food, some drinks, you're getting your money's worth.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I mean, it all depends. And most of this is built to be budget conscious for the fans. I mean, you don't want to, like I said, we're not the NFL. We're not trying to charge you $35.
No, you want to go
$40.
Costco style on the hot dogs, right?
$1.50?
Yeah.
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 Look, Arthur Blank's doing it down the road in Atlanta. Those prices, it's for the Falcons games.
Yeah.
They're all set at hot dogs are $5. Sodas are $3.50.
I'm sure I'm sure they're making their nuts still, but it's got to drive Levy or whomever's in there crazy that he does that shit.
Well, Levy gets the
They
booze
still get-
sales.
yeah, they
so
still
he's
get
just doing it
theirs,
for food.
but-
They get the booze sales and all that other stuff. But for me, because I'm endlessly fascinated by this, I love it. Dan and I have been sponsoring teams. We did Miami Marlins last year. We did the Rays, Tampa Bay Rays. We did a minor league hockey team for a while. We did this team called the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Just a minor league soccer thing, and it was probably one of the coolest events. Stadium like this maybe held 5,000, 6,000, and I think that was one of the most enjoyable experiences we had.
From what I remember of it, yeah.
Yeah, we blacked out.
Yeah, we blacked out.
We bought out a suite and brought like 50 listeners in there, so like shit got wild pretty quick. But I enjoy it. The city's behind it. and you do feel like you're a part of the community versus some of these MLB deals and things like that. It's kind of soulless where it's like, all right, cool, man, thanks for being here, thanks for the check, and then you're out of there. Whereas the rest of the city that's supporting small teams and leagues like this, they're all in, and they fucking live or die by it. So like tonight, I'm sure people will be going bug fuck. Right? I mean, the fans are going to be nuts.
I've been here for a couple games, and they're crazy. And if you watch the live broadcast, you'll hear them yelling on the live broadcast. Like, you'll hear the fans yelling, obviously, because we're inside. That's the great thing compared to other things. They're right there. You're going to hear what they say.
Well, I'm just curious because this will go out too late for anybody to watch it. But where's the live broadcast?
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
So we have a YouTube channel for the league.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the channel? Next year people can tune in.
It's AIF Football.
Okay.
Well, they can watch the game after we're here.
Yeah, they'll be on. We'll have it on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we'll be here and all that
You'll
stuff.
see when Ross runs onto the field.
Yeah, I'll be buck naked tonight.
I've spiked everything. Drinks, food, his clothes are spiked.
Yep.
He's going to be on the field naked at some
I'll be
point.
nude at some point tonight. Time TBD. I'm pretty quick. I don't. Your security guards look a little overweight. I don't know if they can catch a guy like me. And then I'll oil up. So I'll put a nice half-inch coat of cocoa butter.
Yeah.
All over my body, so I'm a little more slick.
And that's because we're in Columbus.
Yes.
When in Rome, right?
Yeah, and then I'll hit that strip club later.
Yeah, coco's butter. I think
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some guys like butter.
Beautiful establishment. Yeah. Beautiful. But I'll be nude. I'll definitely be nude here tonight. But, yeah, if you want to watch the game, you can go to YouTube and watch that. To get a deal like ESPN, what does that require? Because we were watching the Tampa Bay Rowdies games on ESPN Plus, and that was nice. So that way it was like, all right, great. Just pop on ESPN Plus, and then every single game is televised.
I mean, like that bullshit they used to in dodgeball that was kind of a tongue-in-cheek joke. The Ocho is now literal.
Yeah.
Like ESPN Plus has all kinds of wild. You can watch people play cornhole any time of day.
I got locked in. I got locked into cornhole. I watched it last weekend. No lie. It was a celebrity cornhole championship, and Shamar Moore fucking won the goddamn thing. Turned out he built like a cornhole, like a full regulation pit and arena in his backyard, and he ended up winning it.
Who the hell's Shamar Moore?
You'll recognize him. Black actor. He was on. Joel, what's Shamar Moore on? Look him up on IMDb.
Was he on the Cosby Show?
No, it's one of those fucking NCIS bullshit shows.
SWAT.
Or like SWAT.
He was on. The other one was Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
The kid from West Wing, back in the day.
No. You get the wrong black kid, my man.
Well, he
wrong
was
black guy.
Hold on.
I think that's Dule Hill. Shamar Moore is on like one of those NCIS ones. SWAT. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I recognize
Fuck
this guy.
off. It's the same thing. They're all the same. The Law and Order SVUs and the SUVs and the fucking mid-sized sedans and all that. I don't want to hear it.
Are you sure this dude's black?
Yeah, he's black.
I don't think so.
He's light-skinned. He's pretty. He's a good-looking dude.
I don't think so.
But he owns a bunch of that cornhole stuff. A bunch of guys are getting into pickleball right now.
Yeah, Draymond Green and LeBron own the pickle. They're part owners in the professional pickleball league.
Yep. I think Steph Curry's owns a team as well, and a couple other celebrities there. When you see what those guys are able to do with pickleball, don't you think the sky's the limit for something like this versus pickleball? I don't see pickleball lasting.
I think a lot of that's niche stuff, though. Like you say, it's going to come in. There's going to be a phase where it works itself in, and then something else will pop up. It'll still be there. I mean, it's still going to be there. But let's think back in the day when we were all younger. I mean, I remember when I was in college, racquetball was the freaking rage.
Yeah, but you're not watching it. So have you watched pickleball on live TV?
Some.
I
mean,
sucks.
I don't get drawn in.
No,
I do not get drawn in.
It's a tiny court. There's some fans. I would say maybe 10 rows because I'm looking at your rows here. 10 rows tops in these things. I was at one of them in Dripping Springs. There was one in Dreamland. It's a place called Dreamland, and they had an indoor court. And it was, when I say indoor, it was just, there was a cover over the top of it. It was still hot as shit. But watching it, you're watching this little tiny court with adults.
And the best player, I think the number 2 ranked men's team is like a 16-year-old and a 15-year-old.
Well,
which for tennis wouldn't be too far away from normal, but the other guys are like 45. The number 1 team.
Here's the crazy thing: is some of the guys that are in this league are guys that weren't good enough for the tennis circuit, and you're like, all right, man, you're gonna go out here and play fucking pickleball, like that's it. Whereas when I watch this on TV, it's so violent and in your face. well, I mean, second wall to wall, like throughout it, that this to me makes more sense on national TV. This to me makes more sense on an ESPN or on Friday nights.
But especially because of the action. I think that's the part. Like, I used to watch Arena League football on ESPN back in the day, all the time. And it was after, I guess it would have been when I was in the Army. So, like, somewhere between 2005 and 2010. And I think the reason that I got turned on to it in the first place, two things, actually. One is Kurt Warner came out of that league. And I was like, shit, there's some real dudes over there. So I started watching. And then the other one was when Bon Jovi bought the Philly Soul.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, so this is a real thing. And I checked it out. And, man, it's violent as fuck.
Violent as fuck, and especially at $250 a game, because there's going to be some serious injuries tonight.
There shouldn't. Let's hope for not.
I hope not. But,
but I mean,
I've
can.
watched
You can.
enough of it that, like,
Well, you fucking ripped your whole arm off. You had to get your whole arm sewed back on.
Yeah, I had broke it, snapped it. So yeah.
Yeah.
That was an indoor game.
Did you play in an arena league?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
Which one was that?
This was back in 2010. I was in the CIFL.
No shit.
Yep.
Where was it at?
Is that a Canadian
indoor football league? It was in Marion, Ohio.
Marion, Ohio.
Yes.
No way. Another tiny town.
How did you find yourself in Marion, Ohio?
Oddly enough,
Did you get kidnapped? Were you in witness protection?
No. So I started out, and a guy that I went to college with got brought in by the Titans. So he was training after being released to go do arena ball, indoor ball, and the Wichita Wild. And he's like, "Hey man, why don't you train with me?" I'm like, "Well, at that time, I'm an idiot. I like competition. Sure." He got me working out, training. A couple things happened. Next thing I know, leads to this, leads to that. I end up, oddly enough, in Flowery Branch at the Georgia Force Open Workout. And they folded in 2009. Obviously, Arena League did. I got picked up as a contract offer for training camp with the Wichita Wild. Spent training camp there, returned back home. Wasn't good enough. I'd never played indoor ball. Honestly, I'd never played high school football after my sophomore year of high school, or football period. And
wait, get the fuck out of here.
No,
so then would you just show up to an open tryout?
So I played baseball through high school. Went to college, tried to walk on.
Okay.
Didn't do it. When that didn't happen, I enjoyed the fraternity life as you had fun, and got into travel softball. And
for dudes?
Yeah. You talked about this on the show.
Oh yeah. Joe Carter's brother is one of the top players of all time.
In softball?
Oh yeah.
I know nothing about men's softball.
Men's slow pitch. It is violent.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got pitchers wearing full catcher's gear, face masks. They hit the ball
I
at people.
see the chicks wearing it in college because they're wearing full helmets and face gear and all that stuff. The pitchers. Nobody else, but the pitchers are. So it's that crazy.
Yeah, I remember watching it in the mid-'90s, and Joe Carter's brother had come to the plate 100 times so far that season. He had 98 home runs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It was really fun to watch too. I mean, this is grown men crushing the fuck out of ball.
So when you were making $250 a game, obviously you got to have another job. So what was your other job when you weren't playing arena football?
Personal training.
Really?
Yeah, personal training, and then the other one I had was I worked at GNC.
Okay.
Supplement king, man. Come on. Discount on your supplements. You got to do it, right?
Yeah, dude.
So that's what I did.
That's wild, man. And I've met your wife.
Met her in Marion, Ohio.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And did she come to the game, or she was just like, oh, I like this fucking player?
No, I met her. She was wherever she's hiding. She was actually, her company she worked for was a gym, and they were a sponsor. And I met her there.
No shit.
Yeah, funny story behind that, and I don't care.
Did you throw your towel tool like me and Joe Green?
No, she'll love this
because
she always gives me crap about this. The first time we spoke, it was late. We were closing down, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to help me staying clean? Just conversation, hang out, talk." And me being me, what do you think I said? Like, yeah, right. And I said, no, I'm gonna go, and I left. Dead serious. You can ask her when we're done. She gives me shit about that all the time. And so then, long story short, I actually ended up not finishing the year in Marion because I was suspended because they were afraid I was going to ruin a sponsorship. Joke's on them, 14 years later.
Yeah.
So, but I went back and played there the next year, ended up coaching there and starting everything to where I got to now through that little community.
Holy shit, that's wild.
Yeah. But she did come to games.
Did you toss her a jersey eventually?
No.
Come on, dude.
No. Now they fine you for stuff like that. When you're making, I didn't make $250 when I was in Marion.
What were you making there?
I was making $150.
God damn, dude.
So if I threw the jersey in the stands, I've lost my entire game check, and I'm cut. So how do I pay for the jersey? Because I just lost the game check.
Is a jersey $150?
That's what they're going to charge me.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then you're going to get charged depending upon the league, like throwing things into the obviously in the stands. You're not allowed to do that. Home team can throw footballs in, but like visiting team, since your home team provides the footballs, they can't just toss them in the stands because that's cost.
Now, what are we allowed to throw onto the field?
Yeah, what are we allowed to do here? Because
You're allowed to throw
our
Ross on the field.
company's on the ball, so
I don't need to throw him onto the
We're
field.
going to
He's
present that,
going on.
remember?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
presenting it to start the
absolutely.
game.
Yes,
So,
and I'm amped.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do a high coin toss tonight.
okay.
Very high, okay? Just to make sure, you
Right,
know?
right.
I want enough rotations in there.
Absolutely.
To keep it honest. I want to
Yeah.
keep everybody honest tonight.
Have Joel
So-
flick the lights off right when you throw it up there.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Then I'm going to throw 8 other coins on the ground.
Or wait till he throws it up and it lands and he's like, he said heads. And you're like, no, he said tails.
Yeah, what was that, Jerome Bettis?
That's what we got to do. Create a controversy tonight.
Yeah.
Really drum up some shit.
If it bleeds,
Let
it
me
leads,
punch a
man.
player.
Yeah, or
You know,
kiss
hey,
the player.
you know what? Hold on, Dan.
Right.
Can I pick the player? Because this could get interesting.
Yeah.
Is there people that you don't like?
No, I just think there's people I'd like you to punch to see what would happen. Because I think it could get very interesting at that point. Because we could have a great night at that point.
Because right now I'm looking to go nude, fully nude. Obviously,
Yeah.
at some
Right.
point,
Oiled
I'm looking
up.
to kiss a player,
Kiss.
and then maybe punch one afterwards.
Punch.
And then I want to get our money's worth here
Yeah,
tonight.
absolutely.
And kind of figure it out.
What kind of food are we looking at? Because I need to know what I'm going to be throwing.
Oh, they cater the VIP section. We've had grilled chicken.
Mm-hmm.
They've had obviously mashed potatoes. I believe it's like a Southern home style food.
Now, you got to be
So it's good
careful
stuff.
what type of food you throw at what type of player.
Right.
And I don't mean position.
Correct. Race is what he's saying.
Oh, I understood.
No, but I'll break it down for you. It's race. I don't want to throw fried chicken at a black.
What about
guy.
grilled chicken? Is that still offensive?
Not really, because it's healthy. You know,
Sure,
you're
yeah.
like, oh, all right,
Yeah.
cool, man. But you start throwing collard greens, fried chicken, shit's gonna get wild. And I'm not gonna do that tonight. We are guests in your house. and
I wouldn't
love
waste
it.
fried chicken. I grew up in the South. I eat fried chicken.
Yeah,
I would not
a
waste
little
it.
bit of chicken fry
And a
cold
cold
beer on Friday night.
And a pair of jeans that fit just right.
Yeah, they sure do.
And the radio up.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm
What do you
gonna
know
turn
about
the
that?
radio
It's
up.
Real loud.
Wait,
Right?
where are you from?
North Carolina.
Bullshit.
Yeah, you liar.
You would have been singing that song with us if you were
Sure
really
would
from
have.
North Carolina, you piece of shit.
It's a Georgia guy though.
So
Yeah.
what? Who cares where
Yeah.
Jason Aldean's from? All I know is he's fucking
Small town.
sometimes people shoot up his concerts. That's all I know.
That's all. That's
Honestly,
all. Great
that-
security. He's got great security though.
That and the song
He lived.
is all I know about. I
That's
don't know.
all-
I don't
that's all
know
we know.
any of his other music.
Nothing.
Chicken
Just
fried.
Those two things.
Mass shootings.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all we know. Speaking of which, who's doing the national anthem tonight?
That's a great question.
You don't know?
So a lot of the
Joel.
stuff that's taken care of on game day within that stuff is the home team. So they'll take care of a lot of the game day events. So they'll have the national anthem person taken care of. They do have on-field things that'll happen. So like maybe we could get him in one of those competitions.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like he's
Like you have to put the pants on, put the shoulder
no, I
pads.
thought
and jersey.
maybe you got the throw thing where through the tires.
Oh, the
or
Dr.
whatever.
Or the Dr. Pepper
Dr.
challenge,
Pepper
something like
challenge.
that. But can I throw my hat into the ring for national anthem? I mean, we're here. Nobody's here. Like, what, Joel?
Do it like the
The
drunk.
acoustics in here are amazing.
Do it like the drunk lumberjack guy. That character. Remember those
but
Christmas?
I want to really drag it.
Remember
out.
those Christmas carols
Yeah.
from like
Oh, yeah,
6
yeah,
years
yeah,
ago or
yeah.
whatever?
I did a bunch of them. But I would really like to drag it out tonight.
You might get your-
35-minute national anthem.
Oh, over under 40. 40 minutes. Oh, see ya. Can you see? I think I can go another 40.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
God damn it, I appreciate the acoustics in here.
Yeah, it's nice.
Joel, is that going to blow out your fucking headset?
Fuck him and his headset.
Yeah, fuck you, Joel.
Also, mouth.
I'm a patriot.
He's a mouth guitar legend.
Yeah, I am.
You understand? What is it? Donnell Dawkins?
Darnell Dawkins, mouth guitar legend. But
Legend.
I mean, I could really get into a national anthem tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you could do the guitar.
Yeah. Man, just let me drag out everything. Maybe add some words here tonight, too.
It's got at least 6-hour YouTube stream.
Rockets. Boom, 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 boom. Red and glare. Bow, bow, bow.
There's fucking rockets everywhere.
You're like
fucking rockets.
You're down.
That's-
You're down in the third verse where they're talking about slavery and shit.
Yeah, yeah, and I really go for it, you know. This land, it's your land, it's my land. You know, really go full Alex Jones on it too tonight. I think the people would appreciate it.
Yeah. You're the
entertainment value of
Yeah,
nothing else.
You're the owner of the league. Make a call.
Make a call, dude.
a
I
call.
can sing tonight. I can put some honey in my voice tonight. Get out here and do
Die
it.
for my friends.
Die for my friends. Ride for my friends. We were listening to a DMX song last night.
Yeah, and it's the N word constantly, but it was on the radio.
It was on
so
the
they
radio,
said
so it's a
friends
clean version.
instead. It was hilarious. The funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Die for my friends. Ride for my friends. It was like, those aren't your friends. Those are something else. What's the demographics like here in Columbus?
I love how he keeps giving me Columbus things. Like I live here.
Well, I mean, one would think as the owner
You
of
drove
There's-
through town. Open your eyes.
owner of the league.
I'll go to our Columbus expert.
Yeah.
Columbus expert. Lee. Demographics of Columbus. Demographics of Columbus.
Whites, blacks, a lot of Asians. What do we got here? We got any Blasians? Any mix? Some blacks and Asians?
Pretty well mixed. I like that.
Look at that.
A lot of military there.
That's America right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of military, so that makes sense.
Sure is.
Do you know, do they have graduation this weekend? I'm asking if you would know.
I have no idea.
Because I've seen a lot of families, and I know families coming to see everybody, but I've seen a lot
there's a
of
million different OSITs. They do. I think they do Pogue basic training down here now too. So I don't know. Pogue is in not infantry. I don't pay any attention to those people.
Okay.
So we've got
because they're less than me.
less
is what
than
I'm
less than
saying.
you. Yeah. Less than damn. Now I see our seats here tonight, right along the. What are we looking at? The 15-yard line.
Yep.
It's only a 50-yard field.
Correct.
Which is great. Who sits up there?
No one.
Really?
Yeah, I believe that's executive suites for people in the arena, and that's actually the main part up there is actually a conference center. So we would try. We had the graduation, so we couldn't.
Okay.
To have had like a banquet up there for everyone overlooking. So, but because graduation was here last night, it made it difficult.
Well, the
to
reason
do
he's
that.
asking is because he likes to look down on people.
I do.
right?
I do.
I mean, literally and figuratively, he likes it.
Because I could bring a scepter tonight and kind of hang out between the goalposts and just kind of dot people from above and just say, hello, peasants. If you give me a mic, like obviously after I do the national anthem, you just give me a microphone.
Just don't turn it back in.
Welcome,
Just keep it.
welcome to the Civic Center, peasants. It's your king. It's King Columbus, and it's me. And then I just kind of look down on him and
Shit,
yeah.
we may need to rename this town. I didn't even think about that.
Is that a possibility? You know anybody?
We can start a petition at any time, right?
And
would love
to
it.
rename it to Indigenous.
Yeah, because what Dan and I enjoyed on the drive-in was
The Indigenous Lions.
the Civil War statues that are still up.
Oh, yeah,
you don't
there's
see
a
a lot
couple,
of those
yeah.
anymore.
You don't see them much.
Yeah,
We might go to Stone Mountain and pray
tonight.
tonight.
Yeah, after the game's
game, yeah.
over. Go, what? Leonard Skinner's having a laser show there tonight on the side of the mountain, dude. With
There's a
Robert
laser
E.
show
Lee.
every night at Stone Mountain, isn't there?
Yeah.
Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Robert E. Lee just put up, fucking free bird, yeah. And
Well,
it's Robert E. Lee, and
yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah.
animated, and it's if he won.
It's like that Tupac fucking hologram
Yeah,
thing.
you
But it's
see-
Robert E. Lee, and it's like, oh, the South's coming back. Try that shit in a small town, bitch.
Yeah, and then you see Robert E. Lee just killing a bunch of fucking Union soldiers. He's like, holy shit. This is what it would have been like if I would have won. This would be great. Won't you fly, free bird, yeah. Beep, 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 beep. And it's Robert E. Lee just fucking slicing people's heads off, dude. He's got a bayonet, constantly reloading, dirty little rag at the end of it. Boosh, yeah, fuck you, mom and dad. Won't you fly, free bird, yeah.
I think that would make you Jefferson Davis,
I
the
hope.
the president of the Confederacy.
He's
at that
on
point.
the mountain.
Oh yeah, I know.
He's on
I
the
know.
fucking mountain.
Yeah,
So yeah. And as a kid, that was our field trip, bro.
We took a field trip there too. That's how I know the laser show. We took a field trip, walking up the mountain and everything like it was the greatest thing ever. You spent a whole day just to go to Stone Mountain.
Dude, just as a kid, and I didn't know, man, we're going to see these Civil War statues. And we had a black tour guide. She's like, now the mountains are carved in 5 bus links. And I never forgot it. It was like 5 bus links. She was like, do you remember the bus you came in on? I go, I do. She goes, put 5 of them back to back. That's how far in it's carved into the mountain. And I was like, oh, shit. Looking back on it, they can't cancel the mountain. That's too much. You
Yeah.
have to dynamite that whole fucking place, dude.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers are living there, dude.
They can't
forever.
cancel the bus either. They just
No.
can go in the front now.
And the only thing they have is Skinner, dude. Just letting them one more night. As soon as Skinner comes on, dude, it's like tickling that ball sack. You know you're going to fuck. And it's like, as soon as the first chords come on to Simple Man, it's like, oh, shit, dude. I'm about to go kill some unions. The South might rise again. You're like, fuck yeah. And then, boom, you're in the whole magic of it and the wonderment.
But the South is not rising again.
It's not. Nobody's doing anything.
Nobody's
anymore.
doing anything. I mean, it might get bricked up.
Yeah.
I'm bricked up.
Yeah.
Have been all night.
Yeah.
Diped
And
up as
damn
well.
diped
Yeah.
up, just
well,
like
they call
Biden.
me Little Huggies.
Yeah, little huggies.
I stay diped up.
Is the mayor going to be here tonight?
I think they have some people coming in. I don't know exactly who.
I think
would like to have a word with him.
We probably need to have a conversation with whatever politicians show up.
Yeah.
You're going to wear the right shirt, right?
I always wear the right shirt.
But I think just a quick combo with the mayor, a nice pick with him would be great. Who else is a local celebrity here? Anybody on tap for that?
They have a baseball player coming in tonight that's a professional baseball player. I do not know.
What's your buddy's name?
Lee.
Lee. Hey, Lee. Who's the professional baseball player coming in tonight?
Oh,
Tim
shit, from the
Hudson?
Braves? Nice.
You just
Fuck
that just
yeah!
made your night.
He's got a big spade tattooed on his fucking forearm right there. I think it's racist. I don't know.
Joel, cut to the other angle, dude. I got a fucking boner that's tearing through my gene hole right now, dude. God damn, that zipper pop, brother. Can you hear that on the audio? I'm at fucking Ocho right now, dude. Heading to Nueve. I'm heading to a 9-incher right now. Tim Hudson's
You're
gonna be
going to be on the field with him.
that bald son of
I
a
love
bitch.
Tim Hudson. He's a
love
great
him.
pitcher, man.
Great pitcher.
Yep.
For
Great
Oakland
pitcher.
and for the Braves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he also had a chipmunk rehabilitation center in
For wayward chipmunks.
it was in Woodstock, Georgia.
It was chipmunks that had gotten hooked on fentanyl from waste products.
Yep.
And he, honestly, rehabilitated thousands of these sons of bitches.
Thousands. So,
That's
like-
the only reason there are chipmunks left in Georgia.
Correct.
Is what I've understood.
Every chipmunk you see scurrying around here on the outside of this stadium, Tim Hudson is gotten him off of crack cocaine.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. So I'll sit and talk to Tim about that tonight. Long convo about it, because part of me wish he didn't do it. The chipmunks were funner back then.
Well, they were funner, but we were running through them so quickly.
You used to ground him up and put him in protein drinks, dude, just to start off the day. Get a little chipmunk on crack. Put it right in there with
Hey, look,
your
I'll-
first form.
I'll get cocaine into my body however I have to.
That's true.
Right?
That's true. How much cocaine do you think people are doing in this game tonight?
Are we including Dan?
Don't
I'm
include
including
me,
the
no.
players, bro.
Oh, players, no.
Come on. You wouldn't get fucking yayed up to go pop somebody
no,
in the stands?
they wouldn't. Now in the stands, I don't know what's going on,
Okay.
but we'll see if he disappears. And
Well, he'll be gone. Yeah. He'll ask for your car keys.
I'll come back with just a streak down the side of my face.
Yeah. Just mascara everywhere. Yeah. Because I'm looking around here after the game, obviously, looking at strangle bait too. So you got a lot of beams in here that I could really hang myself from. Really get a nice lift.
you can just hang yourself from where you want to be up there with the peasants.
Well, this chair,
Yeah.
I feel like I could get pretty good on this chair, I'm just worried about it kicking out,
Yeah.
But the turf will hold it, so I think we're good for
Yeah, if you're on the turf, don't do it on the slick surface though.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna, or if you do, have a spotter, obviously.
Who knows
Or
what's
just
going
do
on down
it.
here.
Do it next to the fire alarm so you can pull the fire alarm if that happens.
Yeah,
That'll save your life.
it will. When you were playing, what position were you?
Wide receiver,
Wide receiver. How many touchdowns you score?
none.
Really?
Yeah, no,
How much cocaine did you do?
none.
Fucking.
You loser.
Yeah.
You're a
What the fuck
fucking
were you
loser,
even doing?
Wasting time.
Jesus Christ. No TDs, no cocaine,
No chipmunks.
no fucking rehabilitated chipmunks.
None.
Loser, Brandon.
Absolutely.
No wonder I've been pronouncing his name wrong the whole goddamn show. He doesn't deserve it. Eichert. Ickert. Is it Ickert? Eichert? Ickert?
This is more fun, Dan. Just to let him continue.
Icardo? Brandon Icardo?
This is great. This is
They let
great.
us into the stadium to do this shit on a fucking weekly basis. It's crazy.
We could start a travel show if we did this weekly.
I would like to with the players. Any women going to be out here tonight? Cheerleaders?
They'll have their cheer team out. Yep.
Cheer team?
Yeah. Dance team, I think is what they actually call
No,
it.
let's not do that.
Lionettes,
They're
maybe?
cheerleaders.
Lionettes, I think is what they're
Oh,
called.
the Lionettes.
I
You
think
don't
so.
say.
Now, what would you say the average weight of one of those lionettes
Healthy.
is? Okay.
These are they? We got some bruisers out there.
Some big rigs?
Yeah. What do we
They're
got? out
healthy.
there?
They're healthy dancers.
We got a couple mid-sized
fucking knock
SUVs.
it off?
Joel Chill's back there.
Joel's
No,
like, I
these
can't
are-
believe this shit's live. Right
These
now.
are full size. These are Suburbans, buddy.
Yeah, we got any mid-sized SUVs
They might
rolling
be.
around.
They
here
might
tonight?
be. They might be up armored.
Because if the players are getting $250, let's face it, they're getting a fucking $5, bro. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, the fucking NFL cheerleaders get what, $100 a game or something?
NFL cheerleaders actually get $25 to $30 a game. That's true.
Yeah, it's not much.
That's a true
Really?
story.
It's
Same with NBA. So they got to make money at appearances and shit like that. And most of them all have jobs.
Yeah.
It's more for the prestige thing, and then hopefully, you land a player, kind of get knocked up and don't have to work the rest of your life. But not here. You don't want to get knocked up by one of these guys like that.
Well, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Good people.
$250. Shit, that's your whole salary for an abortion. It's legal here in Georgia, right?
I think so.
I think it's probably more like $600-800 for
Is
an
it?
abortion. Yeah, but you can fall down these stairs for free.
Yeah, these stairs look pretty high in here. Is that something you guys do in the third quarter? Hey, anybody had a bad night at Waffle
It's
House?
Abortion
last night?
Friday.
It's Abortion Friday.
Rolling
Let's throw you right
downstairs.
down the stairs. And then it's like one of your linebackers
spin 'em.
comes up into the crowd and just fucking bruises these girls
They
down there.
spin a big ass wheel and it lands on a baby with an X through it.
Hey, up there, chandelier. Apologies last night. We're going to send Bruce up there, knock you down the stairs, get rid of that baby for you. You made a terrible decision last night, chandelier. You shouldn't have gotten off that stage after all.
Oh, man.
Girls, Girls, Girls was coming on next by Motley Crue.
Yeah.
You should have did one more dance.
It is a good song.
Instead, you let him come inside you. Head on up to the last row. Bruce is going to come and just knock you down the steps.
They hand you a
That'd be
helmet.
awesome. Yeah. But that's just, workshopping some marketing for you in the league.
Yeah. I
Free
mean,
abortions.
If we start a team in Austin,
Yeah.
but because Texas doesn't have a
Texas
abortion
doesn't
anymore.
have one.
We
So,
got
you
to do
gotta-
something.
Yep.
You'd be selling tickets on that fact, right?
Hey,
Fuck yeah.
we'll have nothing but blue hairs in the audience. And
Show everybody.
that
I
money-
love the team.
That money spends, bro.
I love this team. They support women. They sure do. Bruce, come on up to the last row. Boo, 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 boo. The girl goes tumbling down the fucking thing. If we did own an arena league team in Austin, full disclosure, I'm not putting a fucking handicap section in it. I don't want that governor there. I don't want wheelchair fucking rolling up, dude. Like, rolling. I'm VIP. Fuck you, wheelchair. No, dude. We're not putting any of that there. Austin, though, I think HEB Center would be a good place for a team.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've had people who've had interest in it. Seriously, that's one of the areas they did ask about, and I was like, well, I'd have to see if there's any connections with the HEB Center, because that's the key. You've got to get in first with the managing group.
I actually found the sound that it plays when they fall down the stairs.
Oh, you got it? Play it right
Yeah.
now, if you can. right afterwards, it was like, everybody, let's give a hand to Chandelier and her abortion. And then it's just everybody brings out the towels. The cheer squad brings out the towels to kind of wipe her up and get rid of what that mistake was. What?
No, you're good.
Brandon Eichart, dude. Ickert.
You're good the first time.
Who fucking cares, dude? Let's do Abortion Fridays and just really drive this league to the moon, dude. Let's do it. Okay?
We'll set Austin up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even fucking
What would the team name be?
the Austin Abortions?
No.
I mean, it's
Rollers.
The Austin Plan Bs?
Plan B.
But that's trademark. We couldn't use Plan B.
no, we'll have to come up with
Yeah, we'll think of something.
Something
Just
better.
put-
The coat
put-
hangers, yeah.
Put your thoughts in the comments on YouTube. Let
And
us know,
thoughts,
yeah.
we mean THOTS.
Yeah, either
the ones
way.
that need the abortions. But I think everybody in the third quarter, instead of those thunder sticks, everybody just starts waving coat hangers, and it's like, oh, who's it gonna be? Who's the abortion gonna be? Section 141, row A. There she is. Holy shit! Wave your coat hangers.
It's
everywhere.
nothing but this 5,400 pregnant women.
Yep, and it's just, and you draw a card. There's a whole thing and then you pull out the card. All right, looks like we got Sherilyn McKenzie. Sherilyn McKenzie. Oh my God, it's me. You walk up to her, Sherilyn. What happened to you? Well, weird story. I was on 6th Street, met a guy. We ended up fucking up behind the dumpster. He didn't pull out. I thought I wasn't ovulating. Turns out I was. Good enough. Come on up to the top row, Bruce. Boom, 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 boom. And then everybody waves the coat hangers throughout the stadium. Yay! Yay, Mackenzie! I think that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Think about it.
Again, it's just we're here for
workshop. Just workshop.
This is It's more than an arena today. It's a fucking workshop of ideas.
We're idea guys,
Yeah.
mostly.
And everybody loves an idea guy, don't they? You know. Now's the point in the show we get to the drinking bro.
Well,
of
wait,
the week.
you've got some stuff.
Oh,
to
yeah.
tell
You
us,
got some
right?
shit for us?
Yeah.
We're gonna do that after the drinking bro of the week because there's a guy
okay,
that's
okay.
no. Hang on. Before you do it.
I'll go start. Go ahead.
There's a listener that introduced us and got us all hooked up together, and I want to make sure he gets his shine. And you're not an asshole here today, okay?
I can't
Do
be
the
an
right
asshole.
thing. Do the right thing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Who's
give
your drinking bro of the week?
I'm gonna give you two because I have to give one, and you know where the one goes besides him.
Okay.
So, my drinking bro of the week is gonna be Colt Keller.
Colt Keller.
Yes, he is the man who introduced me to you guys without AIF. Obviously, we do business with the apparel stuff.
Yeah.
So he told me about you guys just to reach out. One thing led to another. Talked to Dan, talked to you. We've great relationship. So without Colt, this would have never happened. You know, and obviously this has grown from the other stuff we've done together. So
Of course.
that's the main thing. Thank him for telling me, hey, you might want to reach out to these fucking guys.
Yeah.
So thank him for that. Now I told him he was going to be on today, and hopefully he listens and he hears this.
You better.
So, and the other one, obviously, which every man that comes on here that does it so he doesn't get killed when he goes home, is my wife. Not because I'll get killed if I go home and don't say that, but because she's been with me from absolutely nothing and stayed with me all the way through to where we are now. And without her support and honestly telling me it's okay when I'm like, I want to kill this, it's okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
As a business owner, there's about 34 people I want to kill per day.
Right.
And then somebody's got to talk you down from it. So I get it. How long you guys been together?
14 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
13 for me and my wife. So that's awesome. And then you said you had a surprise for us.
Well, wait, I've got a couple of other drinking bros of the week that
You
just
do?
came in.
Look
yeah.
at you, dude. Go ahead. Fire away.
These were
We're doing whatever we
submissions.
want here.
So this one's from Jake Stewart, lives in Michigan. He's listening to the podcast today and heard Ross say we were in need of sales reps. That's the wrong email I'm reading. Hi there. This is from a firefighter in Alameda County.
Okay.
Or his wife, rather. My husband, Brandon, is a devoted fan of your podcast and listens to it every day. On June 1st, he sustained severe burns in a wildfire while at work. Obviously, he's a firefighter. It'd be weird to sustain wildfire burns
Yeah.
anywhere else. He suffered third-degree burns on the left side of his body and second-degree burns to his face and other parts of his body during his time in the hospital. He's been catching up on your podcast and has been a source of normalcy for him during a challenging time. Your podcast helps lift his spirits through though the nurses may not entirely approve.
Oh, he's always listening with the
He's
nurses.
without headphones on, apparently.
Okay. Smart. Smart.
We're hopeful that when he is fully recovered, we can make a trip to meet you in person. Yeah, we hope so as well. He served as a firefighter for Alameda County Fire in California. Alameda County is where Oakland is, by the way.
Yes.
For 22 years. Thank you for providing light during a dark time. Thank you for your service, Brandon.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. And the gift. What do you got there? What do you got in the little box?
All right, so this obviously is more from me on the other stuff we do, but one for you,
Look at that.
one for you.
Is this for cigars?
No.
Oh, no, it's a whiskey,
whiskey.
ice cube set.
And
No
then,
fucking way.
obviously, Ryan's not here, but Ryan, for all he's done to help get this taken care of,
Oh, this fucking rocks.
and
dude.
as obviously, if you don't want to throw it in the bags on the airplane, I
Yeah.
ship you guys enough, I'll send it to you. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
And
absolutely.
that's for Ryan for everything he does
Sweet.
to get us and help us.
Little
So,
flask and shot glass.
and
kit.
I also have stuff for you guys, Joel. I'm gonna send that down. I just didn't want to carry a bunch of stuff down here today. I got something for you, Delco, Bob.
Either
Yeah,
way.
either way.
And I've got something for Jesse too. So
That's awesome, man.
So I got you guys some stuff.
This camera? What do you think, Joel? Look at this, man. This is incredible.
Yeah, here.
It's unbelievably detailed, man. Yeah, open it up.
You can see there's stainless steel cubes in there.
This fucking rocks, dude.
So
Let's freeze those bad boys up.
Shit, man. Well, dude, we greatly appreciate you having us out here for all this stuff, man.
Hey, man, thanks-
It's
thanks
an
for doing
absolute blast. I know some players are behind you here warming up on the field. I'm going to get a couple picks with the guys here. Who's the best player on this team?
that's Corpus. I would not know, and it's only a couple of those guys. Once we get off, I'll see if our community person's here for the
Okay.
league,
Sweet.
which is Melina, and she's with those guys, and I can get her to introduce you to some of them.
Perfect. Final score prediction tonight.
Oh, Lord, I hope it's a high-scoring game because that makes it fun. And honestly, either way, let's put it in the 50s, and I don't care who wins.
So let's say 58-55.
Something like that would be great.
I'm going to go Columbus tonight
Okay.
because we're here. And if I was able to bet this on mybookie.com, I sure the fuck would, dude. I'm all in. I like to root for the home teams and everything. You also made us some T-shirts.
Correct.
Are those Columbus?
That's both. So
it's both
it's our
teams.
championship T-shirt.
Oh,
so when if you put anything pictures out tonight, those are the shirt we made for the championship, and then we'll have obviously after the game we'll have the championship shirt of the team that wins. That'll go out as well.
Okay, perfect. And with the both teams on there, it's kind of, I hope they just have fun.
Correct.
So that way you don't have to give them to Ethiopia.
Oh no,
That's
one of them's going to Ethiopia.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Is that real?
I'm not gonna half-ass something. If you win, you get your logo on it.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Did you make logos for 2 different tees?
Yep.
Because you know that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like every year the Super Bowl loser, there's some kid in Africa.
That's what they're
who's-
gonna have. I'll
who's
show you when we're
wearing
done.
a Buffalo Bills
Yep.
T-shirt where you're just like, oh yeah, we're the 1993 Super Bowl champs. Nope, you sure weren't.
Someone in Africa will be a champion of a league they didn't win.
Yeah.
That's
You ever
what-
wonder if they fucking grew up, dude? They traveled across the world and they made it to America.
Show it to America and find out Buffalo lost 4 Super Bowls
4 in a row, and they were like, shit, this is my favorite team growing up. I loved the 4-time
Thurman Thomas.
winners, the Buffalo Bills.
Jim
4 in a
Kelly.
row,
Are you
dude. We won
fucking
4 in a
kidding me?
row.
Hey, I was pulling for them when they lost the 4 in a row.
To lose?
No, I was pulling for them to win, but that was my team growing up. Believe it or not.
I wasn't, dude. The 6th side of me wanted to see them lose like 5 years in a row, 6 years in a row. I don't know what it is about the misery. I think that's what I love about Cowboys fans down in Dallas, where they'll just never fucking win. And I love the misery of it. I want them to go undefeated in the regular season and then just lose in the first round.
I mean,
every
look
year.
what's happening. It's this. I've been doing the same thing with Canada and the NHL for years.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah.
like a Canadian team hasn't won the Stanley Cup since the early '90s.
Yeah, and we
It's been
record
30 years now, like over 30 years now, and Edmonton finally made it to the finals here,
Yeah.
and they're about to get swept.
Well, that's the thing. So we're recording on Friday.
Yeah.
They're down 3-0 as of last
Yeah.
night. And a lot of people online in the streets, because we did a show about this, are saying because that girl didn't show up to the game, didn't pull out her titties, that they lost. And I agree with it. Hopefully somebody in the stands here tonight pull out their titty. Just an excitement, and we can get a nice little moment together here and kind of enjoy the victory. Because Columbus Lions are going to win tonight. You heard it here first. All right? We appreciate it, Brandon.
Thank you guys for coming.
Hey, say the last name for us.
Eichert.
We always come.
Yeah, hard and on people. Sometimes it's Stone Mountain. You know, sometimes Freebird starts, dude. No.
If I get bricked up like that, how am I not going to come, dude?
Have you ever jacked off on the mountain itself?
No.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
on the mountain or any mountain?
Just Stone Mountain.
Yeah,
No, that's
I
not
think-
stone. No.
I think
we should.
you should give the Confederates one last shot. I'm just saying, dude. They lost anyways. Where you're like, you might as well rub it in at that point.
shit! No, South
If you like this show, go to iTunes, rate it a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For Brandon,
Eichert.
D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros Podcast. Good night, everyone.